Hey, this is Dustin Maher with Fit Moms for Life, and I've got Beth Botsford, and she is a two-time Olympic gold medalist at the Atlanta '96 Games. And if you guys missed part one of our interview where we talked a lot about mindset, you're definitely going to want to pick that up. I'll have a link there for it. But this segment, we're going to first talk about training. I'm curious what it takes to train to be an Olympian. And then I'm going to get my butt kicked, and we're going to do a little swimming race, and I'm going to share a very embarrassing story with you guys before we swim. So, what was it like? You said you qualified when you're 14 years old, so you're very young. You went to this prestigious swimming academy. What was training like at that point?
Well, as a 13-year-old, I guess it was when I was 13, I started morning workouts, so morning workouts and evening workouts, probably when I was 13. So we trained probably, I guess, now that I'm trying to think, Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings, Monday through Friday evenings, and then Saturday, like 3-hour workouts. And then on top of that, I did lots of, other things, so like running, and I actually did a lot of like kickboxing, whatever it was back in the day, like combat stuff, which I think really helped. Lots and lots of balance stuff. Swimming is very much core-oriented and balance-oriented. So lots of balance stuff, lots of stabilization. Never ever, even through my college career, never, for me, not a lot of heavy weights or heavy machines, lots of resistance training, shoulder strength, plyometrics, so things with body weight, squats, lunges, jumps, things like that for really strong legs and really good kick. And just lots of core, a lot of basic plyometric type stuff. Bands, resistance bands, things like that.
So your morning workouts were what, 2 hours long?
Well, our morning workouts, they would start at 5:30, and we would swim until 7, and then my sister would pick me up at 7:15, and then my school started at, I guess, 7:45, and then I'd go to school all day. I actually got to leave school 45 minutes early every day so that I could make it to practice. And I would actually get to practice 30 minutes before practice actually started, before they required us to be there, because I liked doing my dry land and extra things before. And I'm a big believer in stretching. I know there's kind of a couple different arguments for stretching, but I think stretching is imperative, especially for younger kids that are physically active in sports. You don't want to be my age and not able to lift your shoulder over your arm, or not able to get out of bed because your back or something like that, So I'm a big, big believer in stretching. And then running, and lots of emphasis on proper nutrition, even as a young person. Just acknowledging what you're putting into your body, knowing what you should and shouldn't be putting into your body, knowing that you can treat yourself. Again, it's not about depriving, it's about everything in moderation.
So how many calories were you eating, do you know?
Oh my gosh.
As a 13-year-old, 14-year-old?
Probably, maybe about 3,000 probably is about what I was eating as a 13 or 14-year-old.
Right, that's a lot.
But I was burning it a lot too.
Well, Michael Phelps is famous for his
he's like
10 to 12,000.
Yeah, $12,000 or 12,000 calorie. Oh my God, isn't that insane?
It's a lot of food.
I get fat just like thinking about that. Like I can't even imagine.
Right. So it sounds like a lot of cross training is important. I think we have a lot of runners. People love to do marathons or 5Ks, 10Ks, and I don't specialize in that. And I think in a lot of ways, long distance running is detrimental to health. But what I've found is these people who do strength training and sprints and core training and leg training, they PR, they have their personal best times, and they don't even really train as hard for it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think I don't think you have to do necessarily an extraordinary amount of stuff. You just need to do the right stuff, and you need to do it the right way from the beginning to the end. And lots of drilling. I don't know how that correlates to other sports, but lots of drilling, lots of understanding what you're doing, understanding the process, and giving yourself the knowledge to understand how to make changes and understand why those changes are going to help you. Just a lot of, there's a lot of thought, just putting the thought into what you're doing and not just going through the motions.
Yeah. So last question before we go do our race. For recovery, I think a lot of people, you are exercising a lot. That's not practical for the average person. And I see some of my clients, they get, I call them the boot camp addicts. You know, they get addicted to it. And
Right.
I mean, it's a better addiction than a lot of things. But you know, you're gonna get overuse injuries. There's gonna be a lot of issues that come with it. So how did you handle and balance like your rest?
I think the best thing that I did, and this was throughout my career, through college even, is I had coaches that I really trusted, and their interest was in me as a whole, not in my immediate, you know, their instant gratification from how I was going to perform this weekend for their benefit, or, you know, it really was in the well-being of me as a whole person. So I think the greatest thing I did was learn to, I had great coaches that I trusted, but I trusted them and I listened to them. And it may not have been things I wanted to hear sometimes. I had a back injury when I was in college, and my coach literally looked at me and said, "You are not to do anything for the next 2 months. You cannot run, you cannot go on the bike. You are going to absolutely rest this, and we are going to add literally one exercise in a week until we figure out what's hurting you." And talk about, like, you know, gut-wrenching for someone that I've been like, go, go, go my whole life, and I had to just suck it up and do it. And it was terrible, but I trusted him, and I knew it was in my best interest, and you got to, you know, trust the people that are around you, that they're doing the right thing, and listen to them when they talk to you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, that was great advice, and so let's I'm gonna take these medals off.
Get in and swim?
We're gonna get in and swim here, and as we're doing that, I'll just put them right here.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
So as we're doing this, I'll show you my story. So basically, I was in 4th grade, and in gym class, you know, you've got to do your 1 week of swimming, and there's like the whole grade is there, right? And they take this big field trip to the school for it, and I do not know how to swim in 4th grade. There's like 120 kids, and I'm one of 4 kids with a life jacket on. I just remember sitting there like this, looking at the deep end, being terrified.
Being embarrassed.
And I'm still, it was really traumatic. I still remember it very well. And so I still am not a great swimmer. I have a lot of room for improvement, and it's something that I want to do, definitely improve in over the next few years and stuff. So
I know someone that can help you with that.
I think you might be able to help me. So I'm going to give it my best shot. She's going to go all out. She's got her goggles. We're just going to do it down and back, so it's a very short one.
No surprises in the tank here.
Yes. Can I go on that side?
Sure, where do you want me, right here?
You can go on that side, touch that. Okay, so my buddy Mike is filming this right now. He's going to give us the ready, set, go.
Are we diving, or are we...
I'm going to do a belly flop skip.
Okay.
I don't even know how to dive, so...
I'm pretty sure my thing's going on this way. Okay.
You can do whatever, it's 5 feet deep.
Okay.
On your marks. Get set. Go.
I was so crooked.
Look over. Good job. You're not half as bad as I thought you were.
Well, the thing is, I don't have to breathe really for this time. I haven't figured out the whole breathing thing yet, but anyways, thanks a lot, Beth, for coming.
You're welcome.
It was a lot of fun, and stay tuned. Sign up for the, oh man, what a breath, that was only 10 seconds. Sign up for the Unleash the Olympian Within, and can't wait to start working with you with that, and get in touch with Beth if you want to work with her, or if you have any questions. Take care.